Let's read whatever the hell I want for an entire week. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Trishita Reads. I am Trishita and in this video I will be mood reading for an entire week because guess what? It is my birthday and I think that this is the best thing I can do to gift myself in this week. So I have decided to read anything I want for an entire week and this is the best gift that I can gift myself. So first things first, let's choose what books I am currently in the mood for and let's see what I'm going to read for this week. Let's go. I thought that it will be very difficult to choose four books among all of these books, but guess what? It took me less than 30 seconds. This is the stack that I am going for. The first book that I will be reading is Belladonna, written by Adeline Grace. All I know about this book is that it is a fantasy that has elements of mystery and romance in it. I am very excited to read this book because there has been a lot of hype surrounding this book on the internet, and I have been seeing that since last year. So, Belladonna becomes the first book that I'm very excited to read this week. How can I not read an Ashley Poston novel this week? The book I am going to read is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. I still remember the time this book came out and everybody was raving about this book, but I was so ignorant. You can say I was so naive that I did not know who has written the book only. I only knew that there is a novel called Geekerella, which everybody is liking because there is a magical realism mixed with romance, which is the signature of Ashley Poston. And way later, after I read some works of Ashley Poston, I realized that, okay, Geekerella is also written by her. So I grabbed the book and I am so freaking excited to read another book by Ashley Poston. I just want to get lost in her magical world. She is my auto buy author. I absolutely love reading her books, and this definitely will be no exception. I know that I have a feeling in my heart. So I had to include her work in this week's reads. The third book was hyped so freaking much on the internet last year that I couldn't resist myself and I got this book. The book I am talking about is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. I know not only me, you guys also have seen the hype around this book last year. This series was considered the best series that you can read during the falls. The cover of this book looks absolutely amazing. This feels so cozy. Look at the back of this book as well. So beautiful, right? And from the day I grabbed this book, I was just waiting for an opportunity to read it. I just want to read this book before winter ends. So, this is the third book that I am super excited to read. Also, when I saw reels saying that this is the perfect book we all can read during the fall season, I literally thought that this was a mystery novel, okay? But this is a spicy romance novel, which is kind of, you can say, anticlimactic. But since I love reading spicy romances, I am not disappointed. But many people were disappointed. Even though I am very excited to read it because of the hype, I am also very scared. I don't want my expectations to run down the drain, but I will give this book a pedestal of doubt. Let's read this book first and then we will judge this book later if it's bad. And the last book that I will be reading is none other than a Frida McFadden novel. Frida McFadden has always been my comfort writer. Whenever I feel reading slump coming and knocking my door, I always go to Frida McFadden and ask her to just, take me out of the reading slump. I pick any of her random novels and I read it and boom, I am out of any reading slump. And this time I have decided to read The Inmate by Frida McFadden. And oh my god, I have heard so many good things about this book. People have been saying that this is one of the best works by Frida McFadden. So I am literally very excited to read this book. And I am just waiting for that dark and gloomy and twisty atmosphere to just engulf me. And I am just waiting to experience the ultimate joy after finishing this book. So this is my stack of books that I will be reading in this week. One is a magical realism mixed with romance. Another is a spicy romance. The third one is a thriller through and through. And the last one is a fantasy that has mystery and romance in it. Every single book sounds super interesting. So without any further ado, let's start reading. And I think the first book that I will be picking is Geekerella by Ashley Poston because it is a very old book and Ashley Poston never ever has disappointed me. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome to the first day of the vlog. It is currently 9:05 a.m. in the morning and today is 3rd of February. We have officially entered my birthday week and today is the first day of the week. Today is Monday. So without any further ado, let's start this week with an absolutely beautiful note by reading Geekerella by Ashley Poston. Let's start reading this book. guys, it is currently almost 9 p.m. I am currently at page number 124, and I think I can tell you a little bit about Geekerella. First things first, this book has two main characters, Ellie and Darian. Ellie is living with her stepmom and her two stepsisters, and she's basically having a very rough time because both her stepmom and her stepsisters are kind of bullies. And after her dad passed away, they are basically using her for all of the house chores. They are also using her for the house they are living in because it was her dad's property, and till the time she turns 18, everything is under her stepmother's control. And she is basically a narcissist, you guys. I am feeling so sad for Ellie because the way her stepmother is treating her is absolutely not okay. And same goes with her stepsisters as well. They treat her like trash. But she has something to look up to. Along with her going to school, she is also working. So she goes to work in a vegan food truck. And also, she is a big fan of a TV series called Starlight. So she also has a completely dedicated blog on the topic where she shares her opinions, her likes and dislikes about the recent adaptations of the movies as well. And that's how her life is going. She wakes up in the morning, she gets ready, and then gets her stepmother and her stepsisters ready. And since morning only, her stepmother starts barking orders to her, which are completely unnecessary, but she has to survive somehow. And she definitely has to go through all of the atrocities just to live in the house. And on the other hand, we have the main male character, a teen actor called Darren. This guy has literally insurance on his abs because the audience loves to look at his abs and his physical appearance. So what happens is this guy grabs a very important role in the recent adaptation of the Starlight series. Prince Carmindor's role is a big deal. The cult followers of the Starlight series feel that this guy is just there for the fame and he does not care anything about the Starlight series, which is absolutely wrong. Nobody knows this side of Darian. He is absolutely a big fan of the Starlight series, but because of his obligations, he cannot tell this to the people, his fans, and obviously to the cult followers of Starlight series. So both of these characters' lives are kind of in a chaotic situation where Ellie is trying to find her foot in life, where she just wants to leave this toxic home behind and form a new life for herself. And on the other hand, Darian is working day in and out, where his main goal is to get recognized because of his acting, which is more than his external appearance. There is a cosplay event called ExcelCon that is completely dedicated to the Starlight fandom. All of the people go there, cosplay, and then they also get to meet the actors, get their merchandise signed, and it is a completely beautiful blast of an event, which was founded by Ellie's father. Because guess what? Ellie is a big fan of Starlight series because her father introduced her to this series, and not only this series has taught her so much in life, but she has very beautiful and fond memories of her father related to this series. And since Damien is playing the role of Prince Carmidor, his PR is encouraging him to attend the ExcelCon. So, under some circumstances, Darian, just to figure out what ExcelCon is, fake dials the committee members, and from there, they suggest to talk to Ellie. And from then, these two people started conversing via messages. Both of them are completely strangers. They don't know each other's actual identity. Ellie knows who Darian is because of his huge famous personality, and she has written a blog dedicated to that where she has said that she is not that happy with the casting of this upcoming movie, where she feels Darian is just there for the role and he does not even care for the fandom, he does not even care for the actual Starlight series. And on the other hand, Darian actually does not know who Ellie is, but both of them start conversing and both of them are slowly getting to know each other. They are somehow finding comfort talking to each other when they are feeling the lowest throughout the day, because sometimes it is way easier to open up to strangers rather than opening up to the people who you are close to. So there goes the slight romance part that has just been introduced, and I am really loving the slow burn. It is really feeling very organic. Now coming to the main plot of this book, ExcelCon is a big thing for both of them because one, Ellie wants to win the contest and move to LA, where she can just leave her present and move so that she can build her future in her own terms and leave her toxic family. And on the other hand, Darian wants to be a part of the ExcelCon because he wants to prove to others that he actually cares for the Starlight series. He actually cares for the fandoms and he is not just a chocolate boy in front of the camera. So this is the story till now. So I think that you can get a little bit glimpse of Cinderella in this, where Darian is kind of a prince and Ellie is living a normal life where she is being tortured by her stepmother and her stepsisters. I am running very slow. I know that I have almost one third of the book left to finish. So I don't know whether I will be able to finish this book by tomorrow. I am not going to force myself this week. I am just enjoying the books that I have always planned to read. So that's all for the update till now. I'll go and have dinner. And after I finish dinner, I'll start reading the book again. So if there is an update, I'll share with you guys. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to the second day of the vlog. It is currently almost 9 a.m. in the morning, and I have no updates since yesterday because I have not read a single page after I updated you guys. Feeling a little guilty, but it is what it is. So, without any further ado, let's start reading this book and let's just get done with this. Let's just try to finish as much as I can today because I will be going to the book fair today and I don't know how much energy I will have when I return back home. So without any further ado, let's start reading. Hi guys, welcome to the evening update. I'm finally back from book fair and I am very tired. I'm very tired. This time, Kolkata Book Fair has made some changes, and I finally could see the old essence in the book fair. I just went out of my control because this is my birthday month, and I just wanted to treat myself because the last few days have been very hectic. The first book that I read in the month of February was very bad, and I just wanted to treat myself to uplift my mood, and I did that exactly. Now, coming to my reading update of Geekerella, I am currently at page number 192 and I have only 100 pages left of this book. A lot is definitely going to happen at the last 100 pages, and I am definitely planning to finish this book by today. But keeping in mind my tiredness, I don't know how much I'll be able to finish this book, but I'll definitely try. I am absolutely loving both Darian and Ellie, and I'm loving to read about their struggles and how they are slowly but steadily finding comfort in each other. I do understand that there are a lot of loopholes in this book, keeping in mind that this is, I guess, for middle grade people. The characters are also minors in this book. I don't know what to feel about it, but I am little disappointed, you can say. But keeping in mind that it is Ashley Poston, her writing is absolutely amazing, and I am really liking how there is a slow burn romance thing going on between these two, and these two people are falling slowly but steadily in love with each other without even knowing the fact that they are falling in love with each other. And everything, I mean, every single thing is going to wrap up in the last 100 pages, and I am absolutely ready for it. And I just cannot wait to finish this book, you guys, because I am already dragging it. I can still put this book in a pedestal of doubt because I do feel that the writer's work has evolved so much in the recent years. This is a very beautiful book for middle graders who are looking for a slow burn romance, who are looking for a sweet and cozy romance between a normal girl and a star. And obviously, since there is a Cinderella retelling thing also going on in the underlines of the book, I am absolutely loving that aspect as well. It is currently 7:25 p.m. and since I'm running very late, I just don't want to waste any time anymore. I'll see you guys after I finish this book. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to the third day of the challenge. It is 9:20 a.m. in the morning and today is 5th of February and we are very close to my birthday. We are only 2 days away from my birthday. So not gonna lie, I am very happy and I'm very excited. Yesterday, as promised, I somehow pushed through and I finished reading Geekerella by Ashley Poston. So here are my final thoughts about this book. First things first, the last 100 pages were a game changer, you guys. Every single thing in the book that had a few loopholes, that had loose ends, were all covered up in the last 100 pages. The only thing that I did not like about this book was the first 200 pages because I felt like it was stretched a little bit, but I do understand the intention of the author where she wanted the readers to know more about the characters, their personalities. And yes, in this book, the character development is not that much. Every single character is doing the same things they were doing in the beginning of the book. And I really wanted Ellie to stand up for herself at one point in the story, but she didn't, unfortunately, because that's reality, I think. Because if something is ingrained in your personality for a very long time, then just suddenly you won't be able to change that trait of yourself, right? So I think that was a realistic approach towards the characters. But since I love all of the drama that you can give me, I was waiting for some kind of confrontation, but it did not come. And that was a little bit disappointing. But as I said, it was realistic. And on the other hand, Darian finally took a stand for himself. And I'm so happy for him, to be very honest. I was expecting Ellie to do it as well, but Darian has not disappointed me. He is my favorite character from this book. The ending of this book was so beautiful that I am still in awe with the writing of this author. No wonder that she has written 7 Years Slave and a novel story later on in life. I'm absolutely for sure continuing this series in the future. To all of the teenagers who are watching this video, this is a very, very beautiful book. Plus, to adults who don't like reading smart, this is it. This is it. Absolutely gorgeous. A very sweet teenage love story without any smut. My rating of this book is 4 out of 5 stars. I really loved it. And finally, in February, this becomes the first book that I really, really enjoyed reading. And for the book to choose for today, I decided not to read a romance because I already finished reading a romance just yesterday. So I think I am going to read The Inmate by Frida McFadden. I have heard a lot of good things about this book, and I can guarantee that even if I don't find this book to be the best work of Frida McFadden, I know that I will have a very amazing experience reading this book, because not only this book will have a jaw-dropping ending, because I can never in my life predict what is going to happen in Frida McFadden's books. I also know that this book will have some dark and disturbing atmosphere as well. So without any further ado, let's just start reading this book. And since this book is quite thin, I might end up finishing this book by today. Let's see what happens. I'll let you guys know through the updates. Till then, stay tuned. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to a midday update. Well, that was a bummer because I don't know when, but I already read The Inmate by Freda McFadden before, and I was just rereading this book without even knowing that I was just rereading this book. At least the first half of the book felt so similar, and I started thinking, okay, why this book is feeling so similar? Why do I think that I know the plot of this book? And later on, I mean, at the end part of the story where everything was coming up and I was preparing myself for the jaw dropping moment, I realized that, okay, I have already read this book before. I know what's going to happen. And that was such a bummer. Oh no. I feel so stupid right now. But I have to say this, guys, I really loved reading it. And I never thought that I would be finishing this book so early. It is not even 2:30 p.m. And I am already done with this book. So let me tell you what The Inmate is about, and then I will share my review of this book. The main character of this book is Brooke, and professionally, she is a practitioner nurse. She is also a single mother, and she has a 10-year-old child called Josh. Since she is a single mother, Josh was bullied in his previous school where everybody started calling him bastard, and the school authorities also did not do anything. And when Brooke consulted with lawyers, they said that they cannot do anything about it. The best thing she can do is she can move to a different place and start fresh. And simultaneously, a very bad incident happens in Brooke's life. Her parents passed away in a car accident, and she gets the house as a part of the will. So she decides to shift back to her childhood home so that not only her but her child can get a fair chance not only in life but also in his school as well. But there is a huge problem, and that is Brooke has a very dark past in her hometown. 11 years ago, Brooke's then boyfriend tried strangling her and killing her, and he currently is in jail. Brooke has got a job as a practitioner nurse in the same jail where her ex boyfriend, or you can say her ex killer, was present. Even though she tried to grab other jobs, but there were very less opportunities and nobody was willing to take her. And the job at the prison was the only option to sustain her life. And guess what? Within few days of her joining the job, under some circumstances, she is face to face with her ex sweetheart and her ex killer, Sean. And there is also another plot twist, which I can guarantee you guys is not a spoiler. It is written in the blurb of this book. I just checked. So please don't come at me in the comments. Now that the disclaimer is done, there is another twist, and that is Sean is the father of Josh. That is, when Sean was getting convicted for killing Brooke, she was bearing the child of Sean, and she decided to not get an abortion and fight against the society and her parents to bring that child on this earth and care for him. Now, the only concern for Brooke is to not let Sean know that he has a child, and Josh to not know that he has a father who is in jail. And from this point, the story of this book starts. I seriously wanted to read a thriller for a long time, and finally I grabbed this book. I absolutely enjoyed this book every single page. If you don't know already, Frida McFadden writes popcorn thrillers. By popcorn thrillers, I mean these novels are very easy to get into. They are very, very fast paced. So in every chapter, something is happening, and almost every chapter ends at a twist which makes you convinced to turn the page and start reading a new chapter. And that same thing happened with me today, even after I have read this book before. I literally finished this book in record time. This book is around 280 pages long, so it is not that long, but it has been a long time that I have finished reading almost 300 pages book in single sitting. So I am definitely very happy today. I am giving this book 4 stars because I still feel that The Teacher by Frida McFadden was better. Also, if you have read this book, you know what I'm talking about, but the last chapter was still jaw dropping, you guys. I literally could not even comprehend my mind what just happened in the last chapter. I just am shell shocked in a good way, and that is the reason why I love reading any book by Frida McFadden. There are 2 timelines going on in this book, and the chapters are of alternate timelines. One is talking about the present, and one is talking about the past, which is 11 years ago, talking about the incident that happened with Brooke that completely changed her life. So, not only this book is a fast paced thriller, this book also talks about how the society treats women who are single parents. I also really love the friendship between Brooke and her best friend. But the other side characters were not that significant, but that's okay because the main storyline was not affected by it. So I do not have any complaints for that. Will I recommend this book? Absolutely, yes. Definitely, definitely go for this book. But The Teacher will still remain my favorite work from Frida McFadden. And now I'm just going to go and work for a little bit. And in the evening, I'm going for an event conducted by an author who is going to have a letter writing workshop for all of us since Valentine's Day is coming. And I really find that very fascinating. I am very excited to see how the event turns out to be. For now, I don't want to pick up any book yet, but maybe after I come back from the event, I'll go and pick up another book. Most probably, it will be The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I guess. So stay tuned for that. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to the 4th day of the challenge. It is currently 9:42 a.m. in the morning, and I have a few updates for you. Since the event happened in a cafe, I went there a little early and I grabbed some peach iced tea and I started reading Pumpkin Spice Cafe because I think that was the most appropriate location to read a book related to a cafe. I finished till page number 56, and look at what I have used as a bookmark. This is literally a tissue that I grabbed from the cafe. I do have around 30 to 40 bookmarks, but still I grab random things to use as a bookmark. And this was the first time that I went to a cafe and read a book sitting quietly. And it was a very beautiful experience, you can say. And I will love to go on a few solo dates like this where I just sit in a cafe, have some beverage with me, and I just read, because here reading in a cafe is not that big of a thing. We generally read inside only, and because of that what happens is my environment of reading is the same. It does not change that much, and maybe because of that I get distracted a lot when I'm reading, and changing the environment literally made me concentrate more in the book, made me read faster, and I absolutely loved the experience. However, I'm still not in a position to tell you guys what the story of this book is, so bear with me. Let me read a little bit more, at least 100 pages, and then I will come to you guys and talk about this book, because till now I feel that this book is going to be disappointing, which is not a good feeling. But let's see, let's continue with this book and let's see what this book has on hold for us. Hi guys, welcome to the evening update. I have been busy since morning because I had a lot of things to do and I got a lot of books from my friends. I'm so overwhelmed, happy, and I am so blessed to have people like them in my life. Let me show you how many books I'm talking about, and it is just the beginning. Don't mind the mess, please, but look at that. That whole stack of parcels are just books. And since morning, I am reading Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I am currently at page number 172 and I will be starting chapter 17. And I think I am in a position to tell you guys a little bit about this book. So, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe is a romance novel, as many of you already know. The main female character of this book is Jeannie, and her aunt Dot has left her favorite pumpkin spice cafe in the small town of Dream Harbor to Jenny so that she can go and live her life finally in the older stages. And Jenny sees this as an opportunity for restart because her previous job has given her some very bad experiences, and she decides to shift in this cafe and start this cafe and live a small town life where she is low key, relaxed, and her mental health is good. And on the other hand, we have Logan, who is a local farmer, and he is the grumpy person here. He avoids any kind of gossips that is happening in the town. He avoids any kind of conflicts, and that is the reason why people are very lovable towards him. People respect him, and because of his past, people also have sympathy for him and they are very protective about him in the same place. However, everything in Logan's daily routine is disrupted after Jeannie enters the town, and somehow or the other, their paths start crossing. Even though Logan does not want this to happen, but Jeannie is the most bright person he has seen in his entire life. Keeping in mind that Logan has a very bad past and keeping in mind that Jeannie is not ready to settle down with anyone, both of them are still falling for each other and both of them are scared about it. They are very afraid about this thing because Jeannie knows that if anything bad happens between her and Logan, everybody in the town will go against her. And Logan knows that Jeannie can leave this small town anytime. So if both of them move forward with their relationship, there is no stability yet. So in this book, we will see if these two people overcome this thing and confess their love for each other, or if they choose to be on the safer side and let the others go in their own directions. So that is the story of this book. And now coming to my feelings of this book. First of all, guys, this book was very anticlimactic. And to be very honest, guys, I am not liking this book. The romance between the two characters just landed out of the blue. And even the book started out of nowhere. I was feeling so confused. For example, the chapter started with a third person POV, and suddenly in the same chapter, first person POV was happening after a few pages, and I was literally confused. I was not even sure whether I was going to continue the book after the first 50 pages, but I still kept on going. I still wanted to see where the romance between these two people will lead to. But the way the romance has started between these two people, I don't have any expectations from this book anymore. I will still look for the conflict and still see what is going to happen, because this book is not that bad that it will lead to me DNFing it. So I will continue reading this book and I'll see the ending, the conflict that will happen, and then I will decide whether I ended up wasting my time or whether it was slightly worth it. I will let you guys know what happens. I am almost halfway through this book, so I hope that I will be finishing this book by tomorrow. And yeah, that's all for the update for now. I'll go and start reading this book, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning with the update. Till then, stay tuned. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to the day that is my birthday, 7th of February. And I was feeling very happy, very cheerful, thanks to all of the people who sent me gifts, thanks to all of my friends who wished me, and thanks to my family and my partner for being there with me in my most auspicious day of the year. So I was running very happy, I was running very cheerful since the morning till I picked up the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. And oh boy, this book has disappointed me so much. I just finished reading this book and I have a lot of things to say, but I don't know whether they will be considered as spoilers. So I am keeping some of my thoughts to myself, but let me tell you what I did not like and let me tell you my rating of this book. I have rated this book 1.5 stars. I was not expecting this book to become so bad, but after I finished reading it, I realized that okay, this book has not provided me anything. There were instances in the book where I was thinking, okay, this might be it for the reason I am reading this book. This might be the turning point from where I start liking this book, but it did not happen. And voila, my thirst was not quenched after I finished reading this book. And let me tell you why. First of all, I have forgotten all of the names of these people because they were so insignificant. The main characters of this book were without any characteristic development. They felt very one dimensional, but the side characters were also very insignificant. The author had tried so much to make this book cute, cozy, as it revolves around a pumpkin spice cafe. And then we also have a book club there where people read smart. I completely understand those plot elements, and I kind of can guess why these plot elements were included because otherwise the book was absolutely trash. I did not like it at all. You know, when the drama was building up, when the conflict was trying to come out, into the pages. The only thing that was making me read the book was the conflict because it had a lot of potential. It could make or break the book. And guess what happened? 2 pages of conflict, 5 pages of smart. No, no, this is not how I expect smutty or spicy books to be. To be very honest, smut should not be the only thing that should drive a smutty romance novel. And I am very disappointed, you guys. This is the reason why I don't trust book talk recommendation. This is the reason why I fear reading popular books, and this is the reason why every single time I pick a book by its cover, unfortunately, the cover of this book might feel very cozy, and you might think that this is the book that is a perfect romance novel to read during the fall and things like that. But let me burst the bubble for you guys. The fall elements were not even present in this book. There was some fair thing going on. That was the only thing that was present as the fall element, you can say. And since I am Indian, I could not even relate to that, to be very honest. The author has not described how the culture of those people were. I ended up assuming things which I don't want to. I don't want to assume that, okay, the fall looks like this over there, the fair looks like this over there. I want the descriptions. Where were the descriptions? Also, the romance between the two main characters started very abruptly. The conflicts also happened very abruptly. All of the conflicts that happened in this book were very silly. Two people who communicate will not even go there where the situation might lead to a conflict, but here we were, where the guy was so egoistic and grumpy, as you can say, was not even trying to listen to the main female character, and he was just assuming things about her. And even after she has heard so many assumptions about her told by the main male character, she went for him. She again went for him, and she thought that, okay, I love him and that's it. This book is very unrealistic. This book will not give you that cozy vibe. At least this book did not work out for me. I did not end up loving this book, and I am a little bit frustrated, to be very honest. However, I am happy that I finished reading this book, and literally it was becoming a pain to turn the pages and keep on reading. So I switched to audiobook, and I was waiting for this book to get over. Characters are the make or break situation for me in every single book. Give me any book, let it be the smuttiest romance, let it be the darkest romance, but I do need characters over there. I do need character development over there. If it is not there, unfortunately, I will not end up liking this book. And if you are someone who does not care about characters that much, then definitely you can go and check this book out. But will I recommend this book? No. Thank you so much. Absolutely not. And I am also now skeptical to continue reading this series. Maybe in the future, not now, absolutely. That's it for now. I am thinking of starting Belladonna next. I'll go and spend some time with my family, and in the afternoon also I have some plans to go out. So let's see what happens. Let's see how much time I get today. I am finally on the last book for the week, and I do have some time to finish this book. I'm going to take it slow. Today is Friday, and I am extending this vlog to Sunday. So I have 3 days before I can finish Belladonna. I'll see you guys once I start reading the book. Till then, stay tuned. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to the evening update. It is currently almost 5 p.m. and I just came back home after going out with my partner, and I got some flowers from him. I know that you're watching the video. Thank you so very much. I always love flowers, and this is the best gift I got in my birthday. I am so happy. I just wanted to come and show you guys that he got me flowers. I'm so happy. Okay. I'll see you when I see you next. Bye. Well, I did not think that the video will turn out in this direction, but I have decided to DNF Belladonna. First of all, I am not resonating with anything that is happening in this book. I don't even know from where the thrill element came. I don't even can understand what is happening with the characters' emotions here. It is not that bad of a book if I compare it with other bad books that I have read. It's just that this book is very boring. It is very hard for me to just sweep through the pages. It is very hard for me to turn the pages and keep on reading the book, and I simply am not able to do that. This book is so boring, and the author is stretching this book so much that it is literally becoming a pain for me to keep on reading this book. So I thought that, okay, since this is my birthday week, I don't want to pressurize myself, hence I am DNFing this book. There are people who literally loved this book, and I have huge respect for them. It's just that this book was not for me, and that's okay. I think that's completely fine. I'll not end up liking every single book I read, and not every book is made for me, right? So if it was a different week, I might have pushed myself to read the book, but since I'm giving myself liberty here this week, I have decided to DNF this book. So we are here at the end of the vlog, and I managed reading 4 books. Unfortunately, The Inmate by Frida McFadden is not with me. I have gifted that book to a friend of mine. Hope she enjoys reading that book. I only am left with these 3, and I only liked one from this whole set, and that is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. This book was also a okayish read if I compare this book with other works of Ashley Poston. So it was not that of a great read, but I did not hate this book. This was an average read for me. And on the other hand, I really hated reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I think from here only my mood started getting bad. After I finished reading this book, I literally was not in a mood to start reading another book, but since I was doing a challenge, I thought of picking Belladonna, and it did not work out for me at all. So I just am going to stop this challenge here. Guys, I did not expect the vlog to turn out this bad because I picked up books that I was very excited to read. This video literally turned super anticlimactic, and my mood is literally ruined right now. I want to read romances now because that is my comfort genre. And since the next week is all about love, it is Valentine's week. So I'm planning to do a video on romances completely. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys had at least some amount of fun watching me read in this vlog. And I hope that you resonate with some of my feelings here in this video. And that's all for the video, you guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. And if you want, please go and share this video with your book lover friends. I hope that they will find something to look for from my channel and it will really help me grow as a small content creator as well. I'll see you guys in the next reading challenge with all of the romances that I am very excited to read. Till then, stay tuned and have a very, very, very good day. Bye.